All right, this is my buddy Charlie. We are at the end of the session. This is the roadmap to success. So one of the things I want the guardians to do is to start petting Charlie with a purpose. So that means we're going to ask Charlie to sit or lie down, and we can use our hand motion like this over his head. As soon as he sits, we're going to lower it, let him get the treat if he has one, and we're going to pet him, and we're going to say just the word sit. We're not going to, or down or crash or whatever the word is for whatever that action is. We're going to avoid using the word expression good dog. Instead, we're going to use passive training, and when Charlie comes to us, we're going to pet him and we're going to say come. We want to use positive reinforcement as much as possible. Now, if we need to correct Charlie, we're going to use the escalating consequences that we went over. I'm not going to detail those because the guardians have already written those down, and those of you watching at home would have to hire me to find out what those are. But make sure you use them in it goes consequent 1, 2, 3, 4, and eventually all you have to do is just the first one. Now, when we do correct Charlie or distract him, if we're correcting him especially, we want to, after we correct him, have him do something that's easy that he knows how to do, like sit or lie down. And then we're going to pet him and we're going to say the word sit or lie down or whatever the command is. Now, also get in the habit of petting him under his chin so he feels good about whatever the actions is. And we're going to avoid petting him on top of his head because that a lot of times makes their nose go down and they don't feel quite as good about themselves. Let me see what else. We're going to increase Charlie's exercise, especially early in the day. We're going to keep a journal of it, and if you fetch 12 times, we're going to write down 12 times, and maybe we come inside and we use the light exercise thing that we did, or anything else that we can get him to burn some excess energy. And write all those down throughout the day, and at the end of the day, we're going to give the day a grade. So we know, oh, hey, we got this combination of exercise, it got us a C+, and then we added a little bit more, and we go to a higher one. Hang on, buddy, we're almost done. Now, when the kids are going to have some friends over, or we're going to have company, or anything that's going to cause Charlie to maybe be not the best behaved, we're going to put Charlie in a position to succeed, right, buddy? Yeah, so we're going to take him out for a nice walk before then, or a game of fetch, and burn off that excess energy so that he's preoccupied. Now, another thing we can do is we can give him bully sticks or a marrow bone or something he really enjoys doing. If he does come over when the girls are having a sleepover and Charlie's being a nuisance, we'd like Charlie to spend some time with the girls behaving. And so if we can give him a marrow bone or something like that he can chew on and have a good time, then he practices being with the girls without jumping up on them. Now, we also want to make sure that we're not turning away when Charlie jumps up on us. We want to turn and face him if we need to. We're also going to use that leadership exercise where we drop the treat on the ground and walk away. And our little man Roman is going to do it the best, I can tell already. And we want to practice that one. I'm going to talk about the instructions for that. So at first what we're doing now is as soon as Charlie lays down, we're kneeling down sideways and we're tapping and letting him come over and getting it. And we're saying what word?
Booty.
Booty, that's right. Now after a while we'll be able to just say booty and he'll come and get it, but we'll have to practice it enough before we can get to that point. I promise I'm almost done. Now, when we do that, at first, when we get to the point where Charlie starts laying down right away for everybody within about 15 seconds, then we're going to make it more challenging by making him wait 5 seconds before we kneel down and give him permission to have it. And when everybody can have him wait for 5 seconds, then we're going to go to 10 seconds and then 15. When we get to 15 seconds, you want to get down? All right, we'll let you get down. We get to 15 seconds, then we're going to go 15, 30, 45, 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, and try to get up to about 5 or 6 minutes. Now, when we're doing this, if Dad's at 15 seconds, then Mom's going to be at 15 seconds. Then our camera woman's going to be at 15 seconds, and our superhero is going to be at 15 seconds. And then we're all going to go to 30 seconds. So, and if one of us, let's say Dad goes out of town or Mom goes out of town, when they come back in town, they're going to fall right in line with us. Now, when we're doing that exercise, we don't want to be eating any food, and we don't want to have a lot of activity going around at first. We also don't want to, well, that's it for the leadership exercise. Let me see, when we're going through doors, we want to make sure that we're walking through the door first. We're also going to incorporate some rules. Some of the rules would be, an example would be having to sit at the door before we open and let the dog go out. And if the dog doesn't sit at the door, we're going to walk away after we say it once because we're not going to repeat commands multiple times. So if we go to the door and say sit and Charlie doesn't sit, we're going to walk away for 1 minute. And then after 1 minute, we go back to the door and we say sit again. And say sit. Don't say can you sit. And as soon as he sits, we open that door and let him out. But first time he doesn't do it, 1 minute we walk away, then 2 minutes, then 4 minutes, then 8 minutes. So it's double the length of time each time. We're also going to stop petting Charlie when he's overexcited, like when we come home, because we have to remember that anything that Charlie is doing when we pet him is what we're rewarding him for. And when we pet Charlie, what are we doing?
We're thanking him.
We're thanking him or paying him. So instead of petting Charlie for no reason, we're going to ask him to sit, and then we're going to pet him under his chin and say the word sit. And that's going to help him build a little bit more respect for us. And then we're going to ask mom and dad to start feeding Charlie before the humans eat. Either we're going to eat a couple chips of a snack if we're not going to eat a real meal, or it would be nice if we can feed him after the real meal. Now, when and the kids are going to also help practice with this. So when the kids come down with a snack, they're going to come and ask mom and dad first, hey, mom and dad, can we have a snack? We're going to practice getting on the couch here. And mom and dad can enforce the boundary of the dog not being allowed on the carpet, the throw rug right in front of the couch while the kids are eating the food. Once the food goes away, then the Charlie can come back onto the couch. So those are some of my major thoughts for the roadmap to success for Charlie. If the guardians have any questions, they're going to give me a call, and because I'm always here to help support my clients. And that's it. Remember, everything you do trains your dog, only sometimes you mean it.